Hi, it's Doug. Today, I want to talk with you about whether you should spend money on advertising for your law firm or professional services firm. You might be surprised that my answer isn't never. Now, this came up when one of my clients asked me the question. He's coming into next year. He spent money on advertising before, and after a little bit of time working together, he was wondering if it made sense to continue to do that, and if so, where he should focus his efforts. Now, if you've read what I've written or listened to me before, you might have heard me talk about the 3 marketing strategies that I love that cost you nothing to implement and that always work. We call them the delight strategy, our version of the referral strategy, and the speaking strategy. None of those are about advertising. So my client was a little bit surprised when I didn't tell him you should never spend money on advertising. Instead, I asked him how he can be sure that the right people were seeing his ads and that as a result of seeing his ads, they would take the action that he wanted them to take. Because the truth is that none of us have the money of a Microsoft or a Nike or a big national brand that can flood the consciousness of the potential people of who we are so we have brand recognition. It's inefficient and it's not really practical. So we got to talking about, well, what is my people? Who are the people, in this case, who are the people that he was solving a problem for? Who had the problem that he could solve? How could he get his advertising in front of them? Or how could he get his advertising in front of the people who saw those people before they saw him? So that gets you into the referral strategy. Because the truth is that for all the money you spend on advertising, and look, people want you to spend money on advertising. They are really good at selling and saying you need to be here and preying on this fear of missing out, or that I should be someplace, or if somehow my ad doesn't show up, I'll be conspicuously absent. Those aren't good reasons to advertise. Good reasons to advertise are you have a very specific, narrowly tailored message going to the people who have the problem that you solve, or to their influencers. That you have a way to know that you're getting in front of them, that you have a way to measure it, and that you're getting some return on that investment. Because let's face it, every dollar is precious. If you can answer all those questions in the affirmative, and you have a way to measure it, then you should be spending money on advertising. I do want to suggest that you're spending money on advertising not instead of the 3 marketing strategies, but in supplement of it. If you don't, if it's not clear, you shouldn't. And let me make one distinction here. There may be things you do to participate in your community, sponsoring of sports teams or other kind of community-based contributions that put your name out there. I think that's a little bit different than a straight up advertising strategy. That's part of being part of your community. So that's my thoughts on whether you should spend money on advertising. If you can be narrowly tailored and you know exactly who it is that your people are and the problems you solve, and you can cause them to take action and you can measure it, then you should look at that investment. If you can't answer those questions clearly, or if you're just not sure who your people are, who see your people before they see you, then that's an opportunity for you to improve not just your advertising if you choose to do that, but how you implement the 3 marketing strategies. If that's something that you'd like to talk about, please leave a comment below or hit reply and let's have a conversation about how you can be more specific in identifying the people you are meant to serve and the problems you solve, which is the foundation of all marketing. All right, that's it for now. Bye for now.